Is about intermediate code generation, which covers 6.1 and 6.2. The 6.1 is about the variants of syntax trees, and the 6.2 is tree address code. We have already seen the syntax tree generation in the 5th chapter, right? How to generate a syntax tree, we have already seen in the 5th chapter. Now we will see the different variants of syntax tree that you can generate in this particular chapter. And also we will see how the intermediate code can be generated from the syntax tree. You know, the 4th phase is about the intermediate code generation, right? So once the syntax tree is created properly, following all the formats and all, then you go for the intermediate code generation. Now, what is intermediate code? Intermediate code, as you already know, it is the interface between the front end and the back end, right? You have already seen the different phases of a compiler. The first phase was the lexical analyzer, right? The output of lexical analyzer was sent to the syntax analyzer. The output of the syntax analyzer was sent to the semantic analyzer. Then it was sent to the intermediate code generation. Up to this comes the first part. After that comes the code generator. This output of this will be sent to the code generator, and then I think it's optimized code generator or something. So there are how many? 6 phases of a compiler, right? Starting from here, 4 phases are in the first part of the compiler. Remaining 2 phases are in the second part of the compiler. So we have already seen the first 3 phases, and then we will see intermediate code generation, which is the 4th phase in this chapter. In the 8th chapter, we will be seeing the code generator, and I think optimized code generator, I think it is also a part of this. So this is the 6th phase. So there are 6 phases, right? So intermediate code is the interface between the front end. You can see this is a front end, this is the back end. The details of the source language are confined to the front end, and the details of the target machines are confined to the back end. So whatever source language details are there, that will be given in the front end, and whatever are related to the target machine, that will be given in the back end. So some of the intermediate representations are syntax tree. So in intermediate generation, we can create either the syntax tree, then with the representation, it's not a tree, it's actually the representation is in the form of syntax tree, tree address code, or postfix notation. You have already seen postfix notation in the data structure subject, right? So these are the 3 representations in the intermediate code generator. Here, syntax tree, tree address code, and the postfix notations. So in this chapter, we study the intermediate representation. What is intermediate representation? Then we will see the type checking, static type checking, and then we will see how to generate the intermediate code. So these are the different topics. These are the different representations that we will be seeing in this particular chapter. So what are the main benefits? Benefits, I have not included a slide here. So what are the main benefits of the intermediate code generator? So the first main benefit is a compiler for different machines can be created by attaching different backend to the existing front end of the each machine. Okay, that means you can create a compiler, okay, by attaching different backend to the existing front end that you have. Suppose you have only one front end, you can attach many backends. This is one backend that we are attaching, right? Like this, you can attach any number of backends to the existing front end. This is the first benefit. The second benefit is that, so a compiler which is generated for different source machine or different source languages which is there in the same machine can be created by proving different front ends was for front end for corresponding source language to the existing backend. Okay, here what happened? You had different backend, and your different backends was created for the same front end. Now you can create different front ends for only one backend. Suppose you have a backend. Suppose you have a back end, one single backend. Okay, you can create any number of front ends. Okay, you can create any number of front ends. Here, what was there? You had a front end, but you could create many backends, right? You could create many backends, right? The first advantage. The second advantage is you can have one single backend, and you can create any number of front ends for the existing backend. The third benefit is that a machine independent code optimizer can be applied to the intermediate code in order to optimize the code generation. Okay, so what you can do, you can use a machine independent code optimizer. This can be applied to the intermediate code in order to optimize the code generation. Here see, you have a code generator. Okay, the code is generated, then it goes for a optimized code generation. I have already shown here, yeah, here, optimized code generation, right? So this optimized code generation, instead of directly connected ICG, that is intermediate code generator, to the code generator and then applying a optimized code generator, what you can do is this optimized code generator can be applied directly to the intermediate code generator, and you need not have to go through the code generation. Here what happens is you are creating a code and then you are optimizing it using a optimized code generator. So you need not have to use this intermediate one. You can directly connect the optimized code generator directly to the intermediate code generator. Okay. So instead of connecting this one to this one, you can use a optimized code generator. Okay. So these are the three benefits. So first one, whenever you're creating a compiler, you can attach many backends to the existing front end. The second one is whenever a compiler is generated or a compiler is generated for different source languages, then you can create different front end because there's a source language. No, front end is actually connected to the source language. So different front ends can be created to the same backend. Okay. And the third one, it says that you can have a separate machine independent code optimizer. It can be directly applied to the intermediate code generator to optimize the code generation.